observation is important. We all need to learn how to observe people. I like psychology, so see. So yeah.
I watch you girl and tell you what kind of person it is.
Yeah, I love to observe people. I think we need, as young people, we need to learn to observe people.
Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of On The Beat podcast. My name is Brandon. We have Jada here. Jada is a new member of On The Beat. She joined about, 2 weeks ago. So she's fairly new to it, so let's give her some love. Let's show her what On The Beat is all about. And with Jada, we also have a guest here today, Destiny.
Yep.
Welcome. You want to tell us a little bit about yourself before we jump into the content?
Sure. Hi, I am Destiny. What else I have to say? Okay.
What do you like to do in your free time?
Okay. Well, I'm a national badminton player. So, I'm the captain of Samurai Badminton Club. I am only 18 years old. I also take part in multiple cultural competitions, shuttle competitions, snooker competitions. I've been to many competitions in my life. What else? I also own a business called Rich Life. What are you doing?
I just taking notes. I got real low. You're selling the stuff there.
That's basically about it on myself.
Oh, okay. Well, we have a season veteran here. Destiny, well done. I applaud you. Well done, well done. I know I can't do half the things you just say. So, we'll jump right into the content of this week's podcast. So, last week we had part 1 of youths and intimate relationships. Today is the continuation of that, aka part 2. So, last week we also talked about some of the levels we could be on when it comes to intimate relationships, as well as some of the young people in intimate relationships. So, ladies, I would like to ask, so you all will be on social media a lot, right? Like be real, all young people will be on social media. You think that social media will have an effect on how intimate relationships will be perceived by us young people? Because I know I was scrolling through YouTube, TikTok, wherever else, and I saw a lot of relationship TikToks. So I don't know if young people would see that and will be like, oh, well, that is what it's supposed to be like, or if they will just not think about it at all and they will have their own ideologies towards it.
I would definitely say social media has a huge influence on youth's perspective of what intimacy is, because most of their time are spent on social media.
Very true.
When you wake up, when you reach home from school or work, you go on social media. And nowadays, everybody in a relationship.
Yeah.
So TikTok is like filled with relationship goals, this and this couple who together. So it does have an effect on your perspective and perception of what intimacy is. However, I believe if you don't have your own personal view of what you believe intimacy is, you can be easily influenced by social media and these social media influencers whose relationships don't even last.
Yeah, they really long influencer relationship as he was like.
So what really is intimacy?
Very true, very true. Well, that's a new answer to that.
She said everything.
Well, but really and truly, I feel like that question when I ask what is intimacy, I feel like that is a major question what most young people wouldn't have an answer for in their minds, or from what I would think when I hear what is intimacy, I would be thinking like well, intimacy is showing PDA, public displays of affection, making sure that every person around knows I'm in a relationship with this one, I really love this one, and things like that. But I also think that, well, sometimes intimacy could be the little things that you don't show. So let me say out with your partner, and well, when I say partner, I'm talking about your significant other. It wouldn't always be stick up on whoever, but you would have some kind of banter going on as well. That is what I perceive intimacy as. But it will have some people who their past would affect on how they would see that. So I think that with past relationships as well, or with the individual's past, that would also affect intimacy. Because I believe it's a major player in the entire game. Let me say somebody had a bad experience with somebody who say I love you after maybe 3 weeks of being together.
Mm-hmm.
If it's a first relationship, because I know that I had that. Somebody told me they love me after 2 weeks. I know in my mind I was like, holy shit, I want to marry this person. I can imagine my whole life. I gonna go down on one knee and I gonna think with a sunset. Well, I'm bringing back up bad memories anyways. That's besides the point. Yeah. I feel like that kind of affect my view on intimate relationships now. As now I kind of hesitant to be in a relationship on the whole. And to see everybody else around me, in relationships, that kind of messing up my psyche. So you feel like you would have that as well, or you both will have kind of the same dilemma going on, or that, I mean, is it just me or?
No, it's just you.
It's just we. Yeah. Alright, okay. But I feel like that is mostly for us males. I feel like you all will have more options in terms of what you would perceive intimacy to be. In terms of like you would choose how far you're willing to go with somebody. Doesn't mean we don't for whatever. I don't mind. If you just want rock back and think I normal with that. Mm-hmm. But if I would take things to that, it's not up to me. It's up to you all. So nobody have anything to add to that? No, nothing. They don't have anything to add.
For me, I would say intimacy is not limited or subjected to intercourse.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that young people feel that intimacy is only that. However, intimacy is not just that alone. I believe intimacy is when you pay attention to somebody as well. When you learn them, you learn why they behave the way they behave, their responses, their reactions. Intimacy is also, learning, this makes this person upset. So you know what? Let me take into consideration their feelings, and let me not do that. That is also intimacy, showing love and appreciation for that person. I believe also, because I am a Christian, I try my best to follow what Christ says it should be like, the relationship. Of course, we are human beings, we will all fall short of perfection. We all strive to be perfect, but mistakes happen. I believe intimacy as well too is like long drives and you're having a deep conversation. Let's say you have a bad day, you need somebody to talk to.
Yeah.
Just to talk to somebody about, so and so bothered me today, or I want to know why Sasha in the office upset you so much. Like, who is Sasha? So mad. Like, tell me, that is intimacy as well, letting somebody know that you are there for them emotionally, spiritually, and mentally. So you're creating that safe space for somebody, you're holding that space for them. I believe that is intimacy. For me, that is my perspective. Where you allow somebody to actually be themselves truly, like without anybody being around, like you all could actually express how you feel with regards to family, with regards to your relationship with your sister, your brother. Things just happen home. They can't really talk to anybody about, but you have that partner there to kind of have that kind of conversation with, and you all can like dive deeper into getting to know each other personally. And having that deep connection, that is intimacy, because you and I can be friends, but that is just surface level. So intimacy to me is like when you go to that next level of truly getting to know who this person is, why they are the way they are, why they react the way they react, why they respond to certain situations the way that they respond. So to me that is intimacy, because I can know her, but just through this, and she could have you have the choice to get to know me deeply, or just keep it like.
Yeah, I just already surfaced. We don't Yeah.
So intimacy is not with youths, well actually in relationships too. Because of social media, the content that they produce is not a good image, is not the correct image of what intimacy should be. And because of the heavy influence social media has, everybody just thinks that's it.
They will sort of follow it as whatever they see on social media as well as how we talking about TikTok. TikTok have a lot of TikTokers, well, really couple TikTokers with the same goals, this and goals, that, and doing things. Sometimes they're faking it, and young these days will also see that and say, well, I was tend to follow that, and that's how I should be. And it's not because obviously they see the famous couples like that, they will want to be like that as well. You understand? And same thing as she's saying, it gives a wrong impact on what an intimacy relationship should be about. And I believe the same thing that she's saying as well is about really truly getting to know the person that you're with. You could be freely around them, be yourself, just be you. And I could know her the same way as how she just say, I will know she from here. And other than that, we will choose to get to know each other more deeply. So I believe that is what an intimate relationship should be like.
So
with the opposite sex as well. Because relationships is not just subjected to. But I know we're talking about.
So intimate relationships. Well, from this is what I get from that whole conversation what we just had there. Intimate relationships basically is getting to know somebody on a kind of friend level at that point. In the beginning. So after the friend phase, like we call it the friend phase, that is when you get the opportunity to choose whether you want to fall into what you would call a relationship or fall into any other category or keep it at arm's length away. So in other words, you just choosing what you want to do with this person here.
That's not good because why would you want to just go and jump into a relationship and without even getting to know the person?
Very true. That's like,
I've been friends with them, you get to know their ways, you might like this way or that way, and you'll say, nah, I don't want to be with this person because I get to know them like that. But you will keep it as a friend. You could still be friends with them. But being with them in a relationship with them, you wouldn't like that in your relationship. So you just keep it understand.
So that's why I would say observation is important. We all need to learn how to observe people. I like psychology, so see. So
I watch it now and I'll tell you what kind of person it is.
I love to observe people. I think we need, as young people, we need to learn to observe people. So therefore you can know, okay, can be friends with the person. Or now we could just be acquaintances. Or here, so I like allow that person to come into your space, and they can also learn who to allow in.
Yes, we can.
Who to open up to, who you can talk to. But young people, everybody closed off. Everybody is so closed off and keep things such at a surface level, and we don't allow ourselves to actually dive deeper. So even when they say intimate relationships between young people, is it really intimate?
Very true. Very true.
Is it just sex? And then to know we have friends with benefits. I
don't really get the whole concept behind that, but I know what I'm saying, because that is something like complete loss and not really a relationship at all. It have no way you can be friends with somebody who you're sleeping with. I gonna be dead serious. It's either you're in a relationship with the person, or you're sleeping with them, or you're not, and you're not sleeping. That is my whole perspective on it. And I feel like young people now have that kind of screwed in their head, as in they can have the cake and eat it.
Yes, that's it.
So you can easily leave.
Very true. It's an easy way out.
So it's just like
it's not emotional connection at all, and I feel like that could also impact relationships though in the future. Because like you say, you get played dirty. You wanna watch the state, or you gonna watch another relationship as, nah, this man gonna play me dirty as well. I'm not gonna fall for it at all. So I just gonna, like Jada say, keep our arms distance.
Yes, you can stay right
there. You stay right there. You need to get man. You need to learn me like that. So I feel like that is one of the major things that would screw with young people, so I would say. As in, we're not really thinking about jumping into something before we really think about. We would say we're thinking about it, but really and truly we know deep down Nah, I just going off a physical appearance. I ain't really watching his ideologies or her ideologies or what going on. I just want to jump in quick. Just get everything over with, head out. I feel like that's the avenue what most young people will take these days, rather than just saying no.
They take time to do that as well.
Well, that's one of what I'm saying now too.
Everybody's just jumping into, and they will say they're in a relationship, and they damn well know you're not into no relationship with them. They're just saying it, and as of that same social media thing. Yes, and everybody wants to be in a relationship. Yeah, I'm with this one and that one because she maybe have a certain type of set of followers on Instagram, and I would like to be with her, and I'm with her, and just because of that, and they're not serious at all. You understand? And then they have this other thing where same thing we were talking about. You jumping from this one and that one and this one, and I have your own one here. But they prefer to go with this one and that one and that one and still have he or she here. And I think that's totally messed up. And a lot of young people are doing that these days. You have your main and you have your sides. You understand?
Yeah.
So it's clear to say that the relationships that they have are not intimate. Because if you are intimate with somebody, you wouldn't be going outside.
Very true. I mean, let's have
everything
the
you want to be.
Right in.
right in. Let's have the few that I would say would be intimate relationships, like the high school sweethearts and the, like when I say high school sweethearts, I'm talking about like from like Form 1 and things. So I wouldn't say that is really intimate per se from Form 1, but you already grew and learned with that person. You grew from Form 1 to Form 5 and you're still quote unquote together. You had never had any kind of big falling out per se. You wasn't really going around any other person. You was just true with this one person. And I feel like that's another form of intimacy as well. As in, you're staying loyal. Even in the face of whatever else you have going on, or how much ever options you have, how much other taste you can taste, per se, you're still remaining true to this one person. And I feel like that is really actually the base of what most intimate relationships would be on. Because if you watch some of the older couples and they, and when I talked to one recently, I talked to an older couple, and from what they say was the basis of having a successful relationship or a successful intimate relationship, as we describe it here, as in you know the person wholeheartedly and you're fully understanding their ideologies, their preferences, all of that. I feel, well, what they said was the basis of it is just keeping with each other. Even in the harshest of times, even in the ugliest parts of it, you stay true. You try and fight for that person as long as you could. If you can't hold on anymore, it's alright to call it quits. That is the basis of what he was getting at. And I feel like most young people these days not really understand the whole concept of that at all. Like we were saying with the friends with benefits, they just want to get something quick and get it over with.
Yeah.
No, we're not really studying whether we want to completely be with somebody or if you just want to have something quick, per se. So, I mean, that is the kind of mentality I realize that real people have these days, and it's not really a healthy mentality to have like that. Because not only you're thinking with yourself, you're not thinking about the other person's feelings at all. That's from how I feel. Like, you're just watching them as a toy. As I don't play with you, I don't want you anymore. Yeah, I'm just pushing you to the side again. That is the basis of what I feel like real people are these days getting. Not only with young people as well, but with somebody, when I say older, I'm talking about like the mid-20s, mid-30s and things so. Because still have them that old just running their racket.
Yeah, it have.
Yeah.
It have a lot.
But I think one thing that could definitely solve this problem that young people have is if the older generation would take the time to actually communicate to us how we should go about this the correct way. I mean, of course, they would have gone through their fair share of their trials and failed relationships, that they would have had experiences that they could communicate these things to us. Yes, it have a few of the TikTokers who actually have these types of conversations, but it's not many. And then too, a lot of people don't dive into that type of content. But if we could create that space where the older generation who have successful relationships, who have been in successful relationships, who are married for so and so amount of years, if they could actually give us the advice and the guidance that we need, because we don't talk much about this. It's a kind of taboo topic. If we could communicate and have those types of conversations without judgment, and like we can be free to express ourselves, we can be free to say, okay, I like this person, I want to do it the right way, can you help me? You know, so I believe that if they take the time to actually help us through this process, because we are human beings, feelings, emotions are always going to be there. I believe that is one thing that would help, if they could guide us the right way, so that you have somebody that can hold you accountable. So you and this person together, okay, you have that person who you can communicate things, not everything you will tell them, of course, but you have somebody there that can hold you accountable, you know, that could guide you. You have all your fallout and this thing bothering you, you communicate to them instead of going and talking to your friends who...
We'll give you rules advice. Let us give you the rules advice.
So it's like, we need to have a bit more of that. I believe that would help young people a lot, and young people need to accept and kind of listen to what these people say. Yes, it is just be like, she really studied my scene, and really listen to what these people are saying, because it helps. It helps. It refrains from getting into trouble. It refrains from the heartbreak. They can let you know, hey, this boy really taking you seriously. Focus, and you will be like, all right, cool. Focus, and then you will realize, okay, it really wasn't going to work out. There's need different perspectives as well too. You know, you can't be in a relationship and not let anybody else know, who, like your mother or your father. But then again, so that is the next thing when your relationship with them, that's so good. That's one thing I believe that will help this situation with young people in relationships, intimate relationships.
Does Destiny have any statement to
everything.
This is psychological. Well, I mean, that is basically the essence of what we wanted to get into. Intimate relationships between young people. We wanted to get different perspectives. We wanted to tackle different issues that we think, that we think young people might get into. We wanted to basically just discuss it among friends. And I feel like that is what we get from it. So guys, if you did enjoy this podcast, please subscribe, please like, please comment, please share this link around. Make sure it gets far and wide, because we know the young people then need it. And
especially this one.
Thank you for listening to On The Beat Podcast. Feel free to share, follow and subscribe on YouTube, Spotify, Facebook and Instagram. Stay blessed, everyone.